y'all, it's Trina with Redneck Rhapsody. Subscribe down below, hit the bell so you don't ever miss anything really cool that I might be doing. I'm working on a candy corn Jell-O shot. This is a little bit of time consumption, but it's really gonna taste good and impress your guest if that's what you're looking for over the fall holidays. This is not just one for Halloween, but this is a really cool one to do maybe for your Thanksgiving events if you have anyone that likes to have Jell-O shots. So we're fixing to get busy with this. You're gonna need a can of sweetened condensed milk. I'm gonna turn my burner on. We're gonna boil a half a cup of water. I'm doing this in stages and steps because you have to let it set so you can layer it to where it looks like a piece of candy corn. I am getting ready to go out of town today, so just a heads up, if I change hair and clothes and all of that good stuff, that's why the video will look a little funny, because I'm having to prepare it in stages. While my water's coming to a boil, I do want to give you a tip. We're going to use 1/3 cup of vanilla vodka, or whipped vodka. Boy, that was fast. 1/3 cup of vodka. I was out of whipped and out of vanilla, and I needed vanilla. So, if you want to know how I measure just a little bit of vodka for 1/3 cup, I'm putting 1/8 teaspoon. I use a medicine dropper. That's right, just a medicine dropper. A good little tip to not waste precious vanilla, because at this house, vanilla is a precious thing, I'm just gonna tell you. So, right there, made me a little bit of vanilla vodka, because we all know our candy corn has a vanilla flavor, right? And I'm gonna show you another favorite tip of mine after we get this gelatin stirred up really quick. I read several recipes, and you can do this however you want, but I didn't want to use just vanilla vodka, even though I know that's what candy corn tastes like. I'm gonna do mine a little bit different. Maybe it's the Southern girl in me, I don't know. I'm gonna try to use a cream bourbon in it for part of my flavoring instead of just the vodka. Do love some vodka. If we hate this, hey, just go all vanilla vodka in it, and then you'll have it all nice and easy. This unflavored gelatin is taking a little bit to get broke down. While I'm stirring that, I have no other hands and no one to help me in the kitchen. But this is one of my favorite things. It's really made to do dry ingredients. And I don't have one that works like this for something that's semi-liquid. So sometimes it does make a mess. But it is my very favorite thing ever for peanut butter. So that worked well. I need 3.5 ounces of my sweetened condensed milk. We're gonna put this over in here, and I'm gonna try to do it extremely quick at 3.5 ounces. That's not quite 3.5. So I'm gonna pull it on down where I can add just a hair more. I thought I had it set, but that's what you get for having old eyes, right? Three and a half ounces. The recipe calls for a total of 7 ounces. And I'm just gonna pour that right into that cup to where I can do my mixing in this cup. And that way it pours out super, super easy, y'all. But this is what I love about this cup. So you don't waste anything. See how you can push it? And everything off the sides comes out for you. You don't have to scrape it. You don't have to fight it. You just scrape the end of it off. And there you go. I love that. How easy is that? Now what I am gonna do is go back, and now that I am seeing 3.5 ounces really well, I'm gonna put it at 3.5 ounces because we're gonna need that again in a little bit for one of our other layers. Yep, it's a layer thing, y'all. All this is about layers. So it comes out looking like a piece of candy corn. I don't love to sit and eat candy corn, but I have had candy corn shots. And I can eat a handful of candy corn every now and then, especially if you give me peanuts, salted peanuts or honey roasted peanuts to go with it, and it tastes like a payday. That makes me happy. It's so yummy. But for any of you who are wanting to have any tips on social distancing through the holidays or for Halloween, either one, because one of them's a sucker pole, and you could use that for the holidays. You scoot this over out of the way. I've been making witch's brew too. But I have a couple of posts out there to give you ideas about how to social distance safely for Halloween. Now you're gonna wanna do at least 1/3 of your cup with this. And I just bought these little plastic cups at the store. These actually have lids. We're gonna do plastic with the lid so I can throw them in an ice chest. I'm supposed to be able to get 18 out of this. I put 18 cups on my tray. I don't know how many you would need where you're going, but that's what I'm successfully trying to achieve from this situation. And it looks like I'm gonna be able to get 18 out of it. We're gonna put these in the fridge and let them sit for about 30 minutes, and then we'll go on to step 2 and add our orange stripe. Well, I've unpacked bags, I've repacked bags, and I still haven't got a shower yet, but I have give my first layer of my candy corn Jell-O shots time to set up. I've already used, I'm gonna be doing the orange layer. You can use orange Jell-O or you can use peach. I prefer peach. Yes, it's orangey. If it's not as orange as I would like it, I'll add a drop or two, a drop of yellow and a drop of red food color into it. But I use 1 package of unflavored Jell-O or gelatin, just a pack of unflavored gelatin, one of those, a whole cup of water, and I'm using a 3-ounce pack of peach Jell-O. So that's gonna be the difference in why I needed a whole cup of water and not just a half a cup like the last one. And I let this set over my stove, and so now it's gotten a little sticky. Gotta love the South where it's humid, and then if something sits out and it sits next to the stove, it gets even stickier. I don't know if you know anybody that lives in the South, but girls that live in the South have a whole nother set of issues, the girls that don't. It makes our food cook a little different. It makes our storage of food a little different. It makes our nail polish dry really, really slow. 2 days later, you can still sleep if you've painted 2 or 3 coats of nail polish on your toes, and at night when you wake up the next morning, you got sheet prints on them. Who likes that? Nobody. It makes our face glisten, because it's not sweating really, y'all. It's glistening because it's borderline that, but it's oily because I'm in the South, and because it's humid, it just makes it worse. I know y'all don't want to hear all those issues, but it does make things like that sticky, the Jell-O, sugar, salt. You ever been to the beach, go to a restaurant that's outside, and you got more rice in your salt shaker than you do salt? That's because that's called humidity, y'all. I have my vodka, a 1/3 cup of vodka in here, and I'm going to pour this over my whisk just because I'm trying to get some of that sugar off my whisk that had flavor in it, and orange, so I had color and flavor. And that's a little too pinky for what I want this for. Let me jump over here and reach these. Sorry, I left those sitting over there where I could reach them and you'd be able to see me. I'm gonna do 1 drop of red, And then I'm going to do 1 drop of yellow. And if you use orange Jell-O, I would not have this issue, but y'all, I like to eat an orange and I like to drink orange juice, but I don't love orange candy at all, and I don't love very much food that has an orange flavor unless I'm just eating an orange. I know, I'm a weirdo. I can't help it. Okay, I think that's mixed up well. So let's pour this up. Smells good. Boozy and delicious. Well, I'm back and it's time for round 3 on these candy corns. We're going down to doing our yellow, or actually up to the top doing our yellow now. I have melted my 1 pack of unflavored gelatin. It's ready to go. I decided to use a Bourbon Cream Liqueur, and this is actually Rocktown. I put a hint of vanilla in it. So I'm gonna pour that in the cup. I chose that route over vanilla vodka just because I wanted to, and it's got a nice kind of creamy yellow look to it anyway. So we're gonna hope this sets up just as well as the vodka. If not, and you're afraid, which sometimes on my recipes you should be afraid because sometimes they don't turn out like I want them to. But I have a feeling this one's going to do just magnificent. We're gonna add in our 3.5 ounces, 3.5 ounces of Eagle Brand. Well, it's not Eagle Brand, it's sweetened condensed milk, but all my life that's what my mama called it. So it's just a hard habit for me to break not to say that. But we're putting all of that just in my measuring cup right here. And I want to take yellow food coloring, and I do not want this on my shirt. I'm going to put 2 drops to give my yellow to my candy corn. Yep, you guessed it. I got up to the friend's house, carried my Jell-O shots, and forgot to hit record, but we did take some really great stills. I hope you enjoy these candy corns with Redneck Rhapsody, and they taste as yummy for you as they did for us. Enjoy this Halloween treat, or it's fall, y'all. Happy Thanksgiving. Don't forget to subscribe to Redneck Rhapsody for more recipes.